Hi Nancy and Jeff. Thanks for taking the time to meet with me today. I took some time to go over your financial information and spent the past 2 weeks coming up with a comprehensive financial plan for you guys. Um, uh, Tonight I just want to talk about one particular area of the financial plan, and that would be educational planning for the kids. Ashley, Jeff Jr., and Emma. Currently, I took a look at the cost of college today, and it's right around $28,000. Since Ashley is 12, I've estimated the cost of her college to be right around just shy of $40,000 for her first year, since the college costs are rising at 6% every year. So by the time she enters college at age 18, it would look like $39,718, and then in year two it'd be around $42,000, $44,000, $47,000. So every year it's going to go up. So just to give you an idea what it would cost for all 4 years of Ashley's college, it would be just over $173,000 for her college. There are several different accounts where we can help plan for her college, and I'll get into that in a second. As far as the twins go, since they're both 4 years old, they have a much longer time frame for college. That's good and bad. The good is we can plan for it. It gives us a lot of time to invest the money into an account, have it grow for their college. The bad side is the college costs are going to increase every year. So I calculated if we start planning today, we would actually have 15 years to deposit money into some sort of account for their college and have it grow. So I calculated, what will we need? How much money will we need to pay for their college costs, showing the rate of inflation, and I estimated it to be right around $223,000, or almost $224,000 for each kid. That would attain our goal of providing them $25,000 in today's dollars for all 4 years, and have it increase by inflation as well. However, for them, since they're 4, today's dollars of $25,000 is going to increase. So it's more with inflation. The $25,000 eaten up by inflation would actually be for their first year $59,914, and that's just taking the present value of $25,000 and inflating it for 15 years at 5%, or assumed inflation rate. So in order to obtain that $223,000 capital amount for each child, we would have to make an annual contribution of $7,044 into an account. As I mentioned, there's several different college accounts you can put it into. You can put it in anything you want. You can put it into a savings account, a custodial account, but the most popular account would be a 529. The second most popular is a Coverdell education savings account. I don't feel that's a good option for us, because we're limited to an annual contribution of $2,000 each. So if we did, one for Jeff Jr. and one for Emma, we could only max it out at $2,000 apiece. The other disadvantage of that account is we're limited to prepaid tuition, which generally means we can only go to an in-state college. So if they did decide, hey, we want to go out of state, you're kind of limited. So that's why I feel using the 529 plan is our best option. It allows us to put in much more for annual contributions. So, if you really wanted to, and given year, you could actually make a joint gift up to 140,000. That would be 70,000 a piece. So you can do that for as a kind of a lump sum, and that would, I guess, cover 5 years if you felt the need, or Nancy, you mentioned your grandparents might want to help out. So I just want to give you an idea of the extent you can put into 529 plans. But the biggest advantage is the flexibility in the plans. As I mentioned, you can put a lot of money into the plans. There's several different investment options. So if our required rate of return is 10%, we can be a little more aggressive with the plans. Also, the flexibility. So if, for example, Jeff Jr. doesn't go to college, it's portable, meaning we can move it to another recipient. So, we could give it to Emma, or let's say you decided, hey, I want to take some classes. You could, be the owner of it too, or the beneficiary of it. So it's got a lot of flexibility. I took a look at the idea of commingling. I'm not a big fan of commingling, in having Nancy's mom and dad, Bob and Darla, add money to it. And the reason being is, if Nancy is the owner and her parents are putting lump sums into the account, that could affect any financial needs or financial aid that the kids may need for college. Since Nancy would be the owner, they would treat it as her asset, so that would be negatively counted towards her and you guys for financial aid. I would rather see Bob and Darla set up an account and have them be the owners and keep it separate, and then that way they could put as make their contributions to their own. You don't own the asset, so in the event we did need a little more money or financial aid, it would help out. Another benefit of the 529 plan is the tax-free growth. So if we're adding a little over 7,000 every year, and we're going to grow it to 224,000, all that money would come out tax-free, federal tax-free, to be used for education, whether that's rooms, books, tuition, anything school related. They can't use it for a brand new Corvette to get to school. Unfortunately, that wouldn't count. I always tell people worst case scenario would be they don't go to school, and everyone asks me, what's the penalty? What's the worst case scenario? It would just be a 10% penalty on your earnings. So that would be the worst case scenario. So I feel for planning for your kids, just to kind of recap, I would set up a 529 plan. Let's start making annual contributions to hit our 10% rate of return. We would need about 7,000 every year, starting now. Time Emma, Jeff Jr. turn 18, we should achieve 224,000. That would give us the necessary capital, $25,000 for the next 4 years of college. Again, I inflated that, so it's more like $60,000 for the next 4 years. So that it should achieve our goals. So thanks for giving me the time today. I appreciate it. I look forward to working with you guys on your other goals. Thank you.